Well, we'd like to welcome you here to Bedford Bulldog hockey here at Sullivan Arena on the campus of St. Anselm's College. Tonight, big matchup between the Bedford Bulldogs and Alvirne-Pelham, a new team in the Division I. Steve, we don't know too much about Alvirne, but tell us what you know a little bit about the Bulldogs after watching them on the other night against Pinkerton.
Well, the Bulldogs definitely love to jump out and catch teams early off guard. They really come out hard the very first couple of shifts, and that's always been Marty Meyer's game plan since he's come here to Bedford. So I think you're going to see that today.
Well, I think we're poised for another excellent matchup. Division I hockey here. Again, the Bulldogs are looking for another victory just to keep progressing through the season. So we'll be right back after this.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, and we're back here at the beautiful Sullivan Arena here on the campus of St. Anselm's College. Again, with my co-host, Steve Tempesta, joining me, Stevie T here. So, Stevie, we watched the game the other night. We watched Bedford play Pinkerton, a very good game. Outcome, Bedford on top 5-1 here. Today we're playing a newly formed team here in Division I. Combination of two schools, Alvirne and Pelham. Last year you got to play a combination of Wyndham and Pelham. What do you recall from that team of some of those Pelham guys?
Well, we were able to play both Alvirne by themselves and then a little bit of Wyndham-Pelham. You never really get the opportunity to tell which kids are from Wyndham and which kids are from Pelham. But the Wyndham-Pelham team itself was one of the stronger teams in the middle of the pack in Division II, so I had expected the addition of Pelham to Alvirne is going to make definitely a beneficial difference moving forward, especially now they have the size to be in Division I. So I think this is going to be a stronger team than the one that Bedford has seen in the past.
Well, I can tell you the scores indicate them playing very, very well in the Division I right now, so we'll see how this all plays out. Starting for the Bulldogs today in net, wearing your former number 1, Eric Voloshin. What do you know about Eric? You probably haven't seen him at all, but you saw him a little bit in warm-ups. What are your thoughts?
No, I've seen Eric play before. I've gotten the chance to work with Eric on the ice a little bit, and he's been a very good goalie. He's always been the better goalie on his team and in the league for the time that he's been playing hockey. So I expect to see a lot of Eric out today. He looked phenomenal in warm-ups. I heard about how he played at tryouts, so I'm excited to see Eric play today. I think he's got a great future ahead of him for Bedford, and it's going to start here today.
Well, it's always good to watch young freshmen jump in to play varsity level sports. So I'm happy for Eric, that's for sure. And his twin brother Colin is out there, number 40. You don't see him on the ice just yet, but he'll be out there soon. As you see, first line for Bedford, getting it in deep, working hard. Wyndham-Pelham returns the favor, and Bedford's trying to bust it out so we can get something going. In deep with the puck, Alvirne-Pelham, I don't even know which to say. Wyndham, Alvirne-Pelham, I'm not really sure. Icing the puck here for the Bulldogs. The puck's coming back to the left of Voloshin. So real good pressure there in the first shift of the game by Bedford. Just not able to get a good quality chance, just a couple distance shots. So hopefully the second line, second group out here can get a little more offense. So taking the face-off, Donato Tempesta for the Bulldogs. On the puck. Bulldogs on D, trying to bust out. Tyler Gamble, really nice game the other day with 2 goals and an assist, challenging that defender. Quick shot on. Tell us, Steve, as a goalie, former goalie, what is it like, your first game in net, you got the jitters, you want to do well, and you're just getting that first puck, sent on you, and you make a nice save. And even if it's not even a great save, it's just, I need to make a save. What's that like?
I still remember, even going into my senior year, it was really important for me to make sure that the first puck that came on net was a save, or I'd be a mess for the rest of the game. And that's not just something that happens in your first game. That's something that happens through your whole career. Even through warm-ups, you never really get in the zone 100% until you get that first shot of the game. And so it's really nice to be able to make a save, any kind of save, whether you see it coming or not. As long as it hits you, it doesn't go in the net. It helps you mentally get ready for the game. You're always physically ready, but mentally it's real important to make sure the first puck on net's a save.
Okay, well, you know what? It worked out well for Eric Voloshin there. He made his first save of his high school varsity career, so that was really nice. Nice long pass out to Cam Blaisdell, over to
Gamble.
Over to Gamble, and nice and in the deep. The quick change, keeping it in the zone right there. Alex Abad down to Brett Vayu, deep in the zone. Working it further. Jay Roberto with a nice move coming out, just couldn't continue that move. Challenging the play, Jacob Rio. Quick shot on net through a bunch of legs right there. Matt Matt Giroux just getting it in deep. Right now, the Bulldogs are just satisfied with keeping pressure on this young, this defensive core from Alvirne. I think we're going to see that a lot this year, Steve. You know, you're going to head back to college soon, but I think we're going to see this a lot from the Bulldogs through the next Christmas tournament we play and so on. Just a quick, fast, young team just being able to move and position themselves.
Oh, wow. Great shot by Brett Veilleux, just seeing the opportunity there with no defenseman on him. Gets a quick gap with the goalie not prepared for the shot and just puts a beauty by him on the blocker side.
So we'll take a quick look at that replay here. Coming out of off the half wall, right at the faceoff dot, not really being challenged, as you mentioned. Quick shot off the post and in. Quick shot by Brett Veilleux. Brett Veilleux's having a great start to the season right at the moment. 1-0 Bulldogs, 12:05 remaining in the first period.
Brett Veilleux last season had a tough role to play because he was in a grinding role where he's really a playmaker. And he was unfortunately on a really old team with a lot of guys who were really good. But I think this year he's finally in the role where he wants to be at. And clearly right there it worked out well for him.
Well, you know what? Brett's captain for this team, and he's already having a great season, and I expect it to continue the rest of the way. So I'm excited for him. Brett Veilleux, also the captain of his baseball squad, so as a natural leader out there on the field, in the school, in the classroom, and so on. Nice shot on net right there by Gagne. Goalie in good position, makes a nice save.
One of the things that you're going to see, which is very typical of Marty Myers as a coach, is he doesn't necessarily want 100 shots on net, but if you keep pressure on, you're going to get opportunities like Brett just had, because every once in a while a spot's going to open up just from you naturally having three guys hard in the zone, and it worked out well for him there.
Real nice pass by the defenseman there, keeping it in the zone, trying to feed the forward. Big hit right there by number 7, Matt Musgrave. Looks like we're going to have the first penalty of the game. Matt Musgrave heading to the box, 2 minutes. Interference. Interference to call on Matt Musgrave. So 11:03 left. Bedford goes shorthanded. Taking the faceoff, Jay Roberto, Brett Silva, Brett Veilleux, and Valancourt on defense. Nice play by Brett Veilleux to get that puck out of the zone and ice it the length of the ice. So as you know, Steve, so for some of our viewers out there don't always know the rules. They wonder how come they could ice it that time? Well, when you're shorthanded, you're man down. The team with the man down has the ability to ice the puck without any no whistles. So hopefully Bedford can do that for the remainder of these 2 minutes. Back in the zone. Oh, nice play. Here comes Alvirne. Getting the puck in deep. This is the first chance they're going to have here. Setting up deep, trying to make a play. First man on the puck is an Alvirne player. Second man on the puck. Can't tell. Brett Silva in the corner, battling with 2 players from Alvirne. Out from behind the net. Quick pass to the D. Quick wrist shot, just wide. Tried to make a nice little redirect, but couldn't do so.
You can tell by that play that the strategy for Alvirne moving forward is just going to be pucks on net, especially with a young goaltender. Even if he looks great, you never know what you're going to get, especially with the nerves, having a new kid out there. So I think that you can tell early that the strategy for Alvirne is not going to be looking for pretty chances or anything like that, but just looking for bounces off constant shots.
Well, quick, all 4 men to the box. All next 4 men out on the ice. You got Asa Parker challenging the play. Nate John on defense. Nice hit right there by Jack Flanagan. Getting a little ice time right now. Alex Abad also out there on D. Little errant pass right there. Bedford to pick up the puck. 19 seconds remain. Alvirne's trying to get some offense. They're just not having any chances. Very good penalty kill at the moment by the Bulldogs. Alex rags that puck behind the net out to his teammate. Looking wide. There goes Asa.
Parker with his speed. Reading the play great there by Nate John to make that flip.
Well, they effectively have killed that penalty out on the ice. Here we go. Go back and in. Nope. No icing off of a player there from Alvirne, so they can change a few players. Nice little bounce pass behind the net. Playing a little back and forth behind the net, trying to catch the team off guard. D to D again, D to D one more time, and out comes Alex Abad with the puck. Total control by the Bulldogs. looking for a dump pass, little back pass. Not a good back pass there. Not a good time for one. Back to Drew Connolly. Looks like we're gonna. No, they waved it off. Looked like we're gonna have an icing. Kind of an interesting puck there. Both players allowed that to just come to the goalie.
That's always a tough bounce, the goaltender, even slow, coming in off the boards, because you can't, if you risk either wrapping your foot around the post, trying to make sure that you have it 100% covered and falling, or keeping your foot to the inside of the post and having it sneak up on you. So it's always a scary one having it come in weird like that.
Nice win by Donato Tempesta back to Musgrave. Quick shot on net again, just capitalizing on nice plays here by the Bulldogs, putting pressure on these wingers and defensemen. As quick as that puck comes out of the zone, Steve, it looks like the Bulldogs are just getting that puck right back in there. Alvirne getting it in deep. Voloshin behind the net makes a play, helping out his D.
Great confidence by Voloshin, even as a freshman, to come out and play the puck like that.
Looks like it's a 3-on-2 if they continue this play. Someone go to the net hard, looking for a pass out front. Digging for the puck behind the net. Donato able to pull that off of the goalie.
It was a great play by Tempesta there to keep that play alive. A lot of the time the referee can't see it and he'll just blow it dead, but good for him trying to catch Alvirne off guard.
Drew Connolly battling on the boards there at the top of the ice, trying to keep it in. Nope, it's a one-on-one now. Matt Musgrave, the offensive zone player. Quick shot on net. Nice save right there by Voloshin. Well, we're going to change lines and get a fresh set of legs out there for both squads. Face off to the right of Voloshin. Stepping on the ice, number 40, Colin Voloshin, number 19, Jack McDonough. Also out there with Jay Roberto. Jay Roberto picking up that puck, looking for Jack. Now, Jack McDonough, younger brother of one of your former teammates.
Absolutely, of Luke McDonough. Luke McDonough was a great player back when he was on my team. He was a leader, and he was absolutely a leader when it came to goal scoring. So it's nice to see his younger brother out there. He's small, but he's quick, and he's got a great pair of hands.
Absolutely. So it's good to see some of your teammates being represented out here. You know, you talk about the Voloshins. You got twin brothers, Colin and Eric. You played with Harrison Voloshin for a long time.
Absolutely. Harrison Voloshin, I think, was probably one of the best players on our team last year. Probably second best behind Mike D, who was just an absolutely phenomenal player. Harrison Voloshin now playing club hockey at UNH, still continuing with his career, and his brothers have always been, when you compare them age to age, better than Harry was even. So it's great to see them both as freshmen on the varsity team. Harry wasn't even able to accomplish
Nice
that.
little chip out there by Gagné, one-on-one with the forward. Getting it in deep, back to Asa. Coming out of the zone, Gagné just chipped that off the boards and then went after it. Tried to set up a 2-on-1, just couldn't keep up with the speed there as the defenders got back in the zone.
Oh, great hit there.
Alex Abed putting a little body on a offensive zone player.
Bedford really setting the physical tone here. Alvirne hasn't had much doing putting the body on anybody, but Bedford's really taking control.
Another freshman, Matt Giroux, out to Nate John. Nate John making him play on someone, trying to go through his legs. Oh, gets pushed down for his troubles all the way to the boards. Asa Parker looking for someone. Back to the D. Nice play at the boards. Nice play.
That was a great shot, and even better save for the goalie to find.
Back to Alex,
screen.
quick shot on net, just wide of the net. Again, it looks like the D are going to get some chances today. Back on the puck, Gagné. Looking for a defenseman. No, he comes out of the boards. Quick shot. No, he opts for the fake. He had me. I thought he was shooting that puck. Off to his teammate. Quick shot by Matt Giroux, and a nice save by the goaltender to just a halt action.
It's an interesting move by Bedford to really not have anybody in front of the net on plays like that. With huge bodies like Asa Parker and Nate John, you would think that they'd be putting screens, but Alvirne seems to be even blocking their own goaltender there. Wow, what a great pass, reading the play, having an open guy. Nothing the goaltender could do about that. 2-0 Bedford.
Well, let's look at the quick replay right there. Winning the faceoff, Jay Roberto right back to the high slot man. Off to the side to Brett Veilleux. Brett Veilleux picks up the puck, and he feels and sees and reads Jacob Rio coming in behind him for the nice shot. 2-0 Bulldogs. 5:12 remaining in the first period. Want to send a shout out here to Castle Hill Media Sports and Mike Courier. Thanks for having us again doing the game. Stevie T and I had a good time doing the game against Pinkerton, and It's kind enough to let us do it again. So thanks, Mike. Castle Hill Media Sports.
So far, what you've seen through this game is the neutral zone play has been actually fairly even. But what Bedford has really been able to do is once the puck gets, and a quick third goal for Bedford. And to my point, once the puck gets below the face-off dots in the zone here for Bedford, they have had the puck 100% of the time. The only time Alvirne's ever been able to clear it is when Bedford moves it themselves above the face-off dot.
Well, a quick look at this replay. It goes back to the defenseman, and Matt Musgrave with a quick shot on net, and it just seemed to get away from the goalie there for a second. No defender to swipe that puck clean, and Jacob Rio pounces on that puck for a second goal in I don't know, quick time right there, 30 seconds. So good job.
It's tough to be a goaltender against Bedford. I mean, it was hard to be a goaltender for Bedford, but it's definitely got to be harder against them. I mean, this goaltender for Alvirne's not getting any help whatsoever.
So 3-0 Bulldogs. 4:25 remaining in the first period. Just the Bulldogs just seem to be winning every single battle at this point, and then we're only in the first period. Waving off an icing as it gets close to the goaltender. So Bulldogs on an offensive zone face-off here again to the right of the Alvirne-Pelham goaltender. Looking for just another shot on net, anything they can do here. So what have you seen so far from this Alvirne-Pelham team?
They really don't look that bad to me. I think you can tell the combination of the schools hasn't been able to foster as much chemistry as you'd like from a team that actually looks like it has a fair amount of talent on it. And so I think moving forward for Alvirne and Alvirne-Pelham, they really got to make sure they get their team to click. Because you can tell they got big kids out there who are moving pretty well. They move quickly through the neutral zone. They pass tape to tape. It's really just the communication piece of it and not knowing where each other are on the ice. That's made it so they can't break it out of the zone.
Well, first-year team, I suppose you hit the nail on the head there. I think we'll see them by the end of the season really be coming along and playing much better. Bulldogs just jumped out on teams right at the moment. So first game of the season, they beat Nashua 4-1. They jumped out early on them. They played Pinkerton a couple nights back, and really those first couple shifts of the game where they were able to score 2 goals, Pinkerton never came back from that. And I'm not sure how it's going to play out. We're still only early in the first period, but 3-0 Bulldogs, they're doing the same thing. So this is maybe teams should start checking in on that and make sure that they're playing the Bulldogs awfully hard in the first 10 minutes of games.
No, that's playing for Marty. That's absolutely one of the things that he loves to do is get out on teams early, and that's one of the things that he really stresses in the locker room. He wants guys to play a full 45 minutes out there, but he really wants, if you can, he would love you to score on the first 3 shifts of the game. That's really what he's looking for, because you take a commanding lead like that, and with the talent that he's had over the past couple of years, that's something that you can really hold.
Well, continuing just to rag the puck behind the net. Asa Parker coming out, looking for a shot off the crossbar. What a shot.
What a read by Asa Parker to see that he had up high with the goaltender down. Almost connected there with the twine.
Looking to just get the puck in deep and a quick change. Here come the Bulldogs out of the zone quickly.
Bit of a dangerous pass there by Jack Flanagan, but didn't end too badly for Asa Parker.
No, they were looking for just a long pass here to catch them in a change so they could get a offensive zone chance, but just not quick enough.
You see, that's the difference between Alvirne and Bedford right there. You see Bedford trying to play that puck right there, right in front of their goaltender, where Alvirne hasn't been doing that at all. And I think that's going to be the huge difference in goals today. Nice
shot by Asa Parker. Nate John carrying that puck out, looking for his teammate, gives it to him, and gets a nice chance. Behind the net, Griffin Gagne trying to bring it back out front of the net, looking for someone to give it to. Just making some nice shifts and nice moves. Back again below the dot. Nice pass up top to Drew Conley. Drew Conley with a quick shot. Just wide.
Alvirne's playing right into Bedford's game plan. They're a possession team, and Alvirne's letting them possess it.
Just get it in deep. They're looking like they're setting up a man behind the net, trying to get it back there, and then try to work it back to D for some quick shots. It seems to be successful at this point.
A lot of times you'll see teams that are very talented try to work a guy behind the net and create real intricate passing plays. And I think that's something that Marty Myers definitely recognized that he can do with his team, and they've executed it well today.
So all the players coming over, making some changes. Looking for fresh legs on the ice. Pretty unselfish play coming to the box when you have the puck in the offensive zone. Tough to teach a young player that. It looks like Marty's been successful there. So 1 minute remains here in the first period. Bulldogs up 3-0, trying to get the puck out of the zone, and they've really controlled the play in this game.
I think after that big hit by Giroux on that play, you're really going to see the physicality start picking up this game. With the score as deep as it is already in the first period, I hope it doesn't get too chippy.
Getting the puck in deep, Brett Silva. Brett Silva, one of the more physical players on the ice. Steve, you've played with Brett Silva for a long time.
Absolutely.
Senior, so he's been around for a little while.
Brett Silva's always been a guy who, even if you're coming at him, he still has the ability to knock you over. He's not a kid to mess with, and he's very strong with the puck.
So also Brett Silva, you played with his older brother Kyle. So we got a lot of history here with some players that have older siblings that have been playing in the program. Looking for a last late shot here by Alvirne. A nice finish there by the Bulldogs. So as we finish up the first period, 3-0 at the end of one. Bulldogs ahead. Steve, what have you noticed from the first period as far as the Bulldogs are concerned?
Well, it's a great start from Eric Voloshin to get out there, really get his laurels and get his act together. It's great to start your first varsity game with a shutout in the first period. It helps you calm down, helps you realize where everything is. So the great start for him. And again, Bedford jumping out on a team early, and I don't think Alvirne will be able to bounce back from this.
Well, Bulldogs to finish up the first period 3-0. We'll be right back after this.
There we go.
And we're back here for second period action here between the Bedford Bulldogs and Alvirne-Pelham. So finish up the first period, Steve. 3-0 Bulldogs. Really controlled the play. What do you make of how they controlled the play out there?
I kind of expected that coming from Bedford. I expected them to jump out early like they have been. That's their typical style, but I did not expect them to have the amount of possession that they had. Alvirne was really letting them walk all over the ice, make all the passes they wanted to make, which was surprising. I thought Alvirne was going to be not just talented, but they were going to be a little bit more physical and a little bit more commanding, and I haven't seen that from them yet. I'm getting what I expected out of Bedford, but not what I expected out of Alvirne. I'm a little disappointed.
Well, I think the boys got a little bit of a stern talking to in the locker room as Alvirne's really come out with their skating legs in this period and controlled the first 45 seconds of this play. So Bulldogs breaking it out, quick pass out to Nate John, trying to get it over to Asa Parker. Bouncy puck, chips it over the blue line. Regrouping now is Alvirne. Trying to get the puck up, big hit right there by Nate John, followed up by a nice hit there by Brett Silva. Getting the puck deep. Alvirne on the puck, looking for a player. Nice pass to the slot. Alvirne with the puck deep. Cycling the puck very well right now. Bulldogs look a little sluggish coming out of the second period. Out with the puck comes Gagne, looking up for a nice pass for... Oh, Cam Blaisdell just took his eye off the puck just for a split second.
It's a tough pass between the legs there. Oh, what a move there by Asa Parker. Almost connected if he was able to get that one off the ice.
Here comes Asa to quick change. Looking for a long pass here. Challenged by the two offensive players by the Bulldogs. Back over the red line. Quick shot. Way over the net there. Real nice save right there by Voloshin. Just staying true and square to the puck. Bulldogs allowed him to walk right out of the puck, right off the red line, and made a nice play, not challenging him at all. Bulldogs, again, still looking a little sluggish, a couple shifts into this second period, and we're just not seeing the same fieriness we saw off the first period.
You know, you get complacent, and it's tough because in high school hockey, anything can happen. Even a five-goal lead can vanish in a period. So Marty probably came into the locker room and said, guys, you know, keep going with more of the same. I like what you're doing, and that'll make people get complacent. And so I hope Marty gets a little bit fired up on the bench here because this Bedford team has come out really slow.
Looks like we're going to have an icing call. Change, bringing it all the way back down in front of Voloshin. Change the lines. Both teams look like they're going to change. So again, this broadcast here with my partner, Stevie T, former #1 goaltender for the Bedford Bulldogs, in net, wearing his number 1, Eric Voloshin. And myself, Steve Tempesta, thanks for joining us today. Again, thank you to Mike Courier, Castle Hill Media Sports. So here we are at St. Anselm's College. We talked a little bit about the last broadcast. We saw what they have around the perimeter of the rink is a yellowish orange tinted called lookup line that USA Hockey is really bringing to the attention for players to really safety. So I don't know how it shows up. I have to look at it and how it see it on the replays. But it's really for safety. So when players come to that spot on the ice, Steve, they pick their heads up and helps prevent big catastrophic injuries. Have you seen that up at McGill? Does McGill have something up at Montreal?
I've not seen that from McGill, but interestingly enough, I was having a conversation with two BHS alumni players today, Patrick Gagliardi and Nate Boyd, who both said that at their respective rinks that they're playing at and rinks that they're playing at all over Massachusetts, all of them have had this lookup line. There was a play today where we had two players sliding into the corner of Alvirne's corner in the first period. You saw them both going in with their heads down, and right before they reached that line, they both picked their heads up. And so I think you can see that it's working out. USA Hockey's plan is coming into its own.
Well, this is the first year of it, so we're going to see this. More and more rinks are going to get this line. I think that's going to be probably standard or par for the course as we progress. So penalty on the Bulldogs, number 29, Cam Blaisdell, with just a misplacement stick there to get a tripping. And Bulldogs killing a penalty at the moment.
This one's going to be huge for Bedford because if Alvirne gets this goal, there's a huge change in momentum. Already that they've come out strong at the beginning of this period. So they're going to need to really get a good penalty kill here and see what their goaltender is made of if they hope to not lose all the momentum they built up after the first period.
Well, Alvirne's penalty is really a power play looking good at the moment. They're going to call that a goal. Hits the back of the net. I'm not sure if he caught it. We'll look at that on quick replay, but it looked like the Alvirne player has the puck on the half wall. Makes a nice pass across, gets through some traffic, ends up on the far side. Voloshin just not able to get over in time, and the weak side forward able to chip that into the net. So as you were saying, Steve, you know what? They weren't not able to kill that penalty. 3-1 Bulldogs. So this whole first part of the second period, about 5 minutes in, and all we've seen is really a lot of action from Alvirne and not much from the Bulldogs. Hopefully this doesn't continue and the Bulldogs can regroup and start skating a little bit. Coming out of the zone, Asa Parker at the red line, looking to make a move. Quick shot on the goalie, just wide. Goalie standing tall, holding his position. Quick out of the zone by Alvirne, sending the puck deep. Looks like we're going to get an icing call. We're going to come back to the right of the goalie. So quick change here. See what we can get up for another offensive zone face-off.
You can even hear it in the building here. This building has just deflated a bit after that last Alvirne goal. They came out slow and they weren't doing themselves any favors. And this game is back almost 0-0 in terms of motivation, in terms of momentum. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Well, quickly back on the puck is Drew Conley, not able to control the puck there on the boards. Tyler Gamble. Out comes Cam Blaisdell, trying to get it deep. Now challenging the play. Trying to make a big hit. Not so fortunate there, Drew Conley. Oh, we're going to get a tripping call right here.
Not a smart penalty by number 2, Tempesta there. After taking a big hit, he decided to lean in with his leg. Not something you want to see in hockey. That's a very dangerous play. It can lead to some not so good injuries. So you'd like to see your players be a little bit smarter there, use their heads. I'm sure he's going to get an earful from Marty when he gets back to the bench.
Well, you know what? Up 3-1 here. Back on the penalty kill. The way they controlled the puck the first time, Alvirne's got a chance here to make it really interesting in the early parts of the second period. Asa Parker able to control that puck and get it out. Well, this is a big penalty kill right now. We thought the first one was. This is even more important. Wouldn't you agree with that, Steve?
No, absolutely. If Alvirne happens to come back and score another one on this penalty kill, then they're right back in this game, as if they aren't even right now. So Bedford really needs to get their heads here and collect themselves and light the fire again, because I don't know what happened to it in between periods.
I'm not really sure, but they just not skating like they've been in the past couple games. So hopefully they can correct and right the ship here and not take any more penalties. Controlling the puck now, Alvirne looking for a play. Just an errant pass. Not a great pass. Quick shot out front. Rebound. Another shot.
Great save by Voloshin there. In beautiful position and really holding himself. From a young goaltender, you'd be afraid that he'd be deep in his net. And he came out and was able to challenge and collect multiple rebounds. Really nice to see that out of such a young goaltender.
Well, if you look at that quick sequence of shots on replay, 2 or 3 chances go right there, and Voloshin just, as you said, comes right out and just stifles everything. Smart play, controlling that puck. Again, as we get back into the action, just stopping the action for a moment, lets his players regroup. 59 seconds remain on this penalty kill.
It's a good momentum shift for him, or a good momentum shift for his team, and an even bigger momentum shift for him. I'm sure that put him right back in the game after giving up a goal on the last penalty kill.
Well, bringing the puck back to the D, onto the half wall. This is where they had some success in the last power play. Back to the defensive zone, looking to cycle the puck in deep. Alvirne making nice plays back behind the net. First to the puck, Brett Silver, trying to get it out of the zone. Successful getting it over the blue line. Oh, picks up the loose puck after a nice hit. Bedford player goes down, no call on the play. Back in the zone, Brett Veyu keeping the puck deep. He and his teammate, Nate John, battling 2-on-3, 2-on-4. Nice physical play by Brett Veyu. Trying to get it out front to Nate John, not capable of getting it out. 10 seconds remain on the penalty kill. Trying to make a play coming out of the zone. Alvirne stepping into the play. Brett Silva. 1 second, all even.
Important kill there for Bedford. Now they got to make sure that in the next couple of seconds here before this particular shift is over, that they don't let Alvirne get any breaks, because they're still carrying momentum. Even after you get that 5th guy back on the ice, you still have the momentum from being on the power play. So you got to be wary moving forward.
Well, you know as well as anyone, you quick change and you got guys coming on the ice, guys coming off the ice. You don't have your same forward offensive zone lineup out there. You have a couple of different guys from different lines and so on. So those first seconds after the penalty kill can be challenging. So Bedford finishes up with an offensive zone faceoff here, regroups the lines, and Alvirne-Pelham doing the same. Quick faceoff to the right of the goalie. Nice win by Jay Roberto, getting the puck, taking it with him to the corner, getting spun around by the defender. Out to Jacob Rio, looking to make a play. Back behind the net to Jay Roberto.
Nice move there to contain it behind the net.
Back to the D, Drew Connolly. Quick shot, just wide. Might have hit a Alvirne player on the way through. Nice pass by Jay Roberto out to.
Just getting a stick on it there. That was a deadly opportunity.
Puck's in deep. Jay Roberto still battling behind the net, winning the battles. Out front, almost stuffed it home, just couldn't get control of the puck as he got swiped with a stick on puck. Alvirne playing pretty good, keeping players from the Bulldogs out from in front of the net.
Great read there by number 11 on the Bulldogs. The 2 guys on his line weren't necessarily on the same page, but that play definitely could have developed into something. Nice shift there for the Bulldogs to get back at it after being down on 2 quick penalty kills in a row, getting back to the possession game.
Face off to the left of the goaltender here. Griffin Gagne challenging the play. Asa Parker with the puck, trying to cycle it back down deep. Out with the puck, Alvirne. Matt Musgrave deep in the zone. I think this is a way for the Bulldogs to really settle the play here, to control the puck, getting pucks in deep and be the first man on the puck. Griffin Gagne with the puck, looking to make a play. Back to the D. Nice dumping in deep. Really just control the play. This is the whole objective of this is just to get it in deep, control the puck behind the blue line, behind the goal line.
Oh wow, great tip there by Nate John. Almost was able to put it in. The goaltender would have had nothing to do with that.
Nate John almost did that completely on his own, just stopping the puck, trying to redirect it, and then almost got a handle. Looked like he might have got a nice little hook from the defender. No call, obviously.
You know, it's 5-on-5 here, but Bedford almost looked like they were on a power play with the shift deep in that zone, like they were in the first period. When they have the puck below the dots, below the face-off dots, they're completely untouchable. They're just moving the puck, cycling it well, and the only time Alvirne's been able to break it out when they've been that deadly is when Bedford moves it to the defender. So it looks like they're getting back to that play a little bit. Hopefully it continues further through the period.
Looks like we're going to get an offsides call here by Alvirne-Pelham. So 5:12 remaining in the second period here. Bulldogs up 3-1. Alvirne really outplaying the Bulldogs the first half of this period, but Bulldogs controlling the action again. Looks like they settled things down and maybe have regrouped a bit. No icing call, waved off as both players managed to get to the puck before the goal line. First man on the puck now coming out of the corner. Donato Tempesta out to his teammate. Cam Blaisdell looking to get the puck deep, and he does.
Tyler Gamble putting pressure on.
Should have zigged when he should have zagged there, and went to the wrong side of the net. Valancourt bringing the puck behind the net, looking for a player. Tyler Gamble coming out with it.
This second line that communicated so well against Pickerton just hasn't been able to really read each other today. It's been a tough break for them.
Well, they managed to looking for a player out front. Cam Blaisdell, nice play. Donato just not able, just battled a couple of guys with the swinging sticks in front of the net. I think we're going to get 2 matching penalties coming out. Looked like the 2 players in front of the net were roughing it up with each other. They're having some friendly words going back to the penalty box. Looks like Donato's gone back to the corner there. Must have taken a little bit of, a little more heavy action there. Not sure exactly what took place, but he stepped off to the side for a moment. They have a missed penalty up on the boards. And they're going to have a 5-on-5 action. They were matching penalties, so neither team is disadvantaged here. Okay, here we go. So 4:11 left in the second period, Steve. What do you expect from the last 4 minutes here from either side?
I expect a little bit of much of the same. I don't expect any team to take any weird bounces. I just expect a little more back and forth. It just depends on which team's going to be smarter, because both teams right now are looking to get a little chippy, and it just you get to bounce your way. It depends on whether you capitalize. Just like that right there, you get to bounce your way on the boards and you capitalize really quick.
Boy, that was a really nice shot from that offensive zone. Nice offensive zone play. Off the boards, player just beats the defender, and he comes in and takes a quick, long wrist shot from just top of the circles there. Beats Voloshin, glove side, top corner. I think he might have been a little bit too deep in the net there, but
yeah,
you know what? Changes the game setup here. Now we're 3-2, and I think the Bulldogs thought they were going to walk through this game, and now it's 3-2.
It's a tough play for Voloshin there on that shot, because you got a guy coming in on break like that where you have a defender to the far side, so it's not necessarily a breakaway, but it's wow, and a great save by Alvirne's goaltender to keep the game where it is right now. Well, that's a huge
that could have been
play.
It could have been a difference right there. But big save, gets a pad over, very nice, reads the pass, took the shot away, read the pass, and got over with his pad very, very nicely.
That is a huge play for Alvirne. That could have shifted the momentum big time, and it really keeps him in right now. Again, with a huge save out front off of a screen shot.
I'm not sure he even saw that one, as there were defenders and offensive players, 2 or 3 bodies in his way. So no icing call here, as Drew Conley was able to get a stick on the puck. Asa Parker looking for his teammate, Nate John, off his skates. Tough bounce. Quick shot just wide of the post. That could have easily tied the game up right there, 3-3. Making a pass.
Wow, what a save by Eric Voloshin. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit out of position, but that's where you see desperation saves, when your goaltender's out of position, whether accidental or just not reading the play correctly, but good for him as a young goaltender to be able to make that save.
Well, it looks like we're going to go shorthanded again as Drew Conley trips the player coming out of the corner. Well, that was a really interesting and fantastic save by Eric Voloshin. managing to just get over and get it with the glove. Or that puck was in the back of the net and a tie game, 3-3.
You can see right now from the bench, Marty Myers not happy with the composure of his team right now.
Well, we're shorthanded again. Bulldogs taking a number of penalties in the second period. And 2:45 remains in the second period. The score 3-2. Alvirne-Pelham all over the Bulldogs this period. They've really managed to take control of this game. And Drew Connolly was team captain in the box. So out on the ice, number 38, Brett Veilleux. 26, Brett Silva. 22 is Valancourt. And 29, Cam Blaisdell. So working the puck around, looking for to set up their breakout here. Valancourt able to break up the play, takes a small hit there for his troubles. Brett Veilleux trying to get it in deep, and out comes Alvirne. Big hit on the boards right there.
Trying to move the momentum back any way you can, and you get a senior Cam Blaisdell trying to step up there. Good for him.
Tough bounce off the boards right there.
Wow, is that going to be a penalty shot?
We're going to see what the referee calls. It does not look like he's going to award a penalty shot.
Another senior there, Brett Veilleux, really stepping up, taking his opportunity, tries to punch the gap, split the defenseman, and is able to draw a penalty because of it. Good for him.
Well, you know, we saw our puck coming out of the zone, an offensive player trying to make a play, and it just gets away from his defense partner, and Brett Veilleux wins the race to the puck, almost gets a chance, gets tripped for his troubles. We're going to be on a 4-on-4 here for a minute 4, and then Bedford on a power play for 46 seconds.
You would think a 4-on-4 would be the situation that would suit Bedford with their speed, but we'll see how it plays out here. It'll be interesting to see if they actually capitalize on this.
Asa trying to go deep here with Griffin Gagne, trying to come out from behind the net. Nice positioning right there by the defenseman. Back on the puck, Brett Silva putting pressure on. Behind
Great play there by number 12 to break up that pass. That could have been dangerous.
Well, here they come. Brett Silva jumping in the play, looking for something, and broken up is Asa Parker. Griffin Gagne with the puck, makes a nice shift at the red line. Hops to dump that puck, and it did not work out for him. Out of the zone, the puck goes. 8 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Quick deflection. Big hit right there by the player from Alvirne on Valancourt. And they're battling right now in the corner. Looks like we're going to get a holding call on Bedford.
Wasted their opportunity right there for a power play. Bedford just about to finally gain a little momentum back, finally be able to take a man advantage, and you got a young player just losing their head a little bit, and that opportunity's gone. That's the tough thing with having a young team, is that in opportunities like this where you need guys to step up, keep their heads and play smart, that you got exactly the opposite of that.
Well, we're going back to 4-on-4 action. Bulldogs, 44 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4, and then Alvirne will have a power play as we enter into the third period. So right now, 30 seconds left in the second period. Looking at both teams, looking just to get rid of the second period and go into this 3-on-2. Beautiful pass coming in the zone.
Great hit by Nate John. Even knocks out his own goaltender with how hard he hit that guy. Slid almost 10 feet.
7 seconds remaining, looking for a quick shot. Nice dish over there.
Wow,
what a pass! Oh.
Absolutely beautiful pass by number 7 for Bedford. Didn't even have to look for Brett Veilleux. Knew exactly where he was going to be, and Bedford capitalizes with under a second left on the clock.
Well, you watch this replay here, Steve, as Alex Abad brings that puck over the blue line and really just controls the play. And rather than to shoot it, which I've seen him do a number of times, it was a good decision not to shoot the puck, passes it over to his teammate. And without even looking, Matt Musgrave packs backhanded pass across Asa Parker Brett Veilleux doing the right thing, going to the net and just taps it home. So as we finish up here the second period, we see with 0.4 seconds left on the clock, the Bulldogs capitalize on just a nice little shifty move at the blue line, and it's 4-2. What we noticed from the second period, and I'll get your reaction there, is Alvirne came out of that second period fresh and ready to go. The Bulldogs looked a little sluggish. It's 4-2, outplayed in a 2-1 period. What do you make of that game? What do you make of that period? What do you make of moving forward into the third?
Well, that was a completely different period from the one before it. If you were to take this period alone, the Bulldogs lost this period where they absolutely dominated the period before. And that last goal come with 0.4 seconds left is definitely going to lighten the blow a little bit of Marty Myers' speech that he's going to give to his team. But he is going to be angry with how the Bulldogs underperformed this period.
Well, I couldn't agree more. The big, what we noticed from this period, the big difference maker, penalties. We saw a bunch of penalties from the Bulldog side. A lot of players in the penalty box. We're going 4-on-4, we're going 5-on-4, and we really need to play 5-on-5 with this team. I think the Bulldogs play much better 5-on-5, and we'll have more success on 5-on-5. So as we finish up the third period with a score by the Bulldogs with 0.4 seconds on the clock, it's 4-2 Bulldogs entering the third. We'll be right back after this. We're back here for third period action here at Sullivan Arena on the campus of St. Anselm's College. So third period starting, 4-2 Bulldogs. Nice finish to the second period as the Bulldogs capitalized with a goal at the end of the period with 0.4 seconds left on the clock. 4-on-4 action to start.
Wow, it almost looked like they were going to open up the same way.
So fresh ice, now it go from 4-on-4. Bulldogs are down shorthanded now as the Alvirne-Pelham tries to regroup and starts out of the zone as the power play breakout.
Even though Bedford did get that last goal at the end of the period, it could really not mean a whole lot if they give up a goal on this penalty kill here. And penalty kills at the beginning of the period are tough. You don't have your legs back out. You don't have the momentum. The game hasn't really settled back in, so they really need to lock down here for the next 40 seconds.
So into the puck, into the zone deep goes Alvirne. Broken up, looking for a player. Nice pass out to Griffin Gagne from Asa Parker. Whoa, no call on that play. Looked like they could have been benefited with a power play or at least a penalty call, but nothing.
Oh, heads up.
Asa Parker trying to get out of there and tangled up by the goalie, and he just won't let go. He doesn't have his helmet on.
The problem is the goalie doesn't have his helmet on,
yeah.
So Ace has got to be careful with skates right by his head. But had the goalie not have his helmet on, there might have been a few more punches exchanged there. Excuse me, had the goalie had his helmet on.
We're gonna get a penalty call here for roughing on Asa Parker. Are we gonna see a matching penalty here? Probably not. Looks like we're gonna go down on a 5-on-3.
A little bit understandable, even though he did go into the goalie hard the first time. He definitely did not make as big of an effort as he could have to get up off of him. So not too much of an egregious call there.
Well, an unfortunate call right there nonetheless. And Bulldogs go down 5-on-3 here, trying to kill a 5-on-3 with 27 seconds left. 5-on-3, followed that with a minute 33 of 5-on-4. Hopefully they can get through this. This is an important kill.
Really going to test the resolve here of this Bedford team, especially that of their goaltender and their young players, because you can't just continue to put out seniors here with such a young team. And it's going to take a lot to muster up from Eric Voloshin here to make sure they keeping pucks out of the net, the ones he's supposed to stop and the ones he's not supposed to, and make sure you get young guys able to think smart here for the next 2 minutes.
So the Bulldogs battling in the corner, trying to make some waves here.
Nice block there by Drew Connolly.
The late hit there by Nate John, but no call. Drew Connolly. Nope, I'm sorry. Alex Abad with the puck, looking for someone coming out of the zone, but Nate John had his head turned. Nate John with the puck picks it up. It's a 1-on-4. Gets it in deep, trying to get a shot off. Gets punished in the corner. Big hit right there. Gets up. No worse for the wear. Coming back out of the zone. Nice steal by Alex Abad. Getting it in deep. 51 seconds remaining on the power play for Alvirne.
Great play there by Griffin Gagne. Great poke check. That really kills a lot of time when you're trying to break it out of the zone. Even just a small poke check like that, putting it back in the corner, ultimately amounts to probably somewhere between 15 and 20 seconds of time lost.
Well, 30 seconds remain on the power play for Alvirne. Alex Abad with the puck behind the net. Rather than icing it, makes a nice pass out, but couldn't connect with Brett Veyu. Griffin Gagne coming off after a successful time on the ice for himself. Cam Blaisdell picking up the puck. Looks to ice it. Not quite deep enough. And back in comes Alvirne. Oh, miscue on that play. Cam Blaisdell ices the puck down there. 5 seconds remain on the penalty kill. Out of the box comes Asa Parker onto the ice. Donato Tempesta. just getting in the zone as Bedford gets their lines back together.
Oh, great play, keeping it in there.
Nice pickup nice shot on net by Tyler Gamble. Turned his back on the play, unfortunately. Could have picked up a loose puck. Onto the puck, Donato Tempesta. Still challenging the play. Looks like Bulldogs are going to one-man deep, keeping a couple guys high, hoping to really force this play as they continue just keeping this team and Alvirne on their heels. Looking for a pass right here. Nice pass up top to Brett Silva. Looking for a redirect. Donato with the puck. Nice pass back to Brett Silva. Quick shot on net, just wide. Again, keeping the puck in deep. Bulldogs looking for the defenseman. Getting behind the net now. Down below the goal line. Cam Blaisdell. Little bouncy puck. Couldn't control the puck at the blue line. Out to play the puck, Eric Voloshin. Oh, nice little force. Forced that pass, and Donato thought something differently of that pass. So, Steve, here we are. Third period action. 10:37 remaining. 4-2 Bulldogs. Little sloppy play as they take another unforeseen penalty there. What do you make of the rest of the game?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I think it all relies within this next 5 minutes, because if Alvirne gets a goal here within this next 5 minutes, that makes the last 5 minutes very, very important. But if they really don't get a whole lot doing in the next 5 minutes, then the final portion of this game is really not going to mean a whole lot. Bedford really tends to crack down towards the end of the third period. They do a lot of work, specifically making sure that they're built to last. And if you do not get on the Bulldogs early in the third period, you won't get on them late in the third period.
Well, speaking of doing some extra work, we should send a shout out to Lara Ruthier, who is the off-ice conditioning coach that the Bulldogs use all the time. And some of her workouts are just torture. I've heard the boys. What's the drill that she does that all the boys?
The chair.
The chair. They complain about it constantly.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's I think torture is an understatement.
Well, there you go. Well, Bulldogs here, 9.5 minutes remaining here in the third period, up 4-2, looking to just capitalize and finish out this game with a victory as they head into the Bauer Christmas tournament that's going to take place this coming weekend. You've played in these for a few years. They're pretty exciting times. We're fortunate to have Mike from Castle Media Sports here, Castle Hill Media Sports, helping us out. I know I can't get it right? So I got it corrected that time. He's going to be able to stream the games live for us through a product called Livestream. So for you folks in the audience, you want to watch the game, go to Livestream. In the search box, you want to put in Bedford versus Central or Bedford versus Goffstown and so on, and you'll be able to catch the game live, which is great. And, if we're fortunate enough and he'll have us, maybe Stevie and I'll do the games live. We don't know. But really important there. If you can't find the link, go to bedfordhockey.com or www.bedfordhockey.com, and you can catch the links on there for the games. We want as many folks to join us as we can. I know that I sent it to some of our family members that don't live in the area, so hopefully they can catch a game. But you've unfortunately, Steve, haven't had that opportunity to have a game streamed live. What do you think about that?
That's a really cool experience. Wow, what a shot by Asa Pocker. Just reading the play, again, an opportunity where the Bulldogs have the puck somewhere in the face-off circle and just completely uncontested, leaving the Alvirne's goalie out to dry.
Well, that was looking at that replay. Griffin Gagne just wins that puck back to Asa as he comes off the half wall, picks up the loose puck, uncontested, and just rips that shot over his right shoulder to the back of the net.
Asa Pocker, uncontested, is probably the deadliest shooter in all of New Hampshire hockey, so that is not one I blame Alvirne's goalie for, that's for sure.
Asa Pocker again, trying to go through. They got a power play coming here as a hooking is going to be called, or a high stick. Either way, it's still going to be a power play for the Bulldogs.
Oh, this one might be a penalty on Asa Pocker.
Wow, I guess I misplayed that one. He was getting hooked going through the zone. I figured there was going to be a hooking call. We have not seen a power play or a call in favor of Bedford yet. And, boy, they could have had one right there. Asa Pocker goes to the box for a high stick. I'm not sure I really saw that one, Steve, but...
Neither did I, but it is what it is. This power play here is crucial for Alvirne. They, if they got any chance coming into this game, especially with Bedford up 3 goals, they need to make something happen.
Well, shouting for some instructions out there for the Bulldogs with a coaching staff from Bedford. Finally, they get it back to Griffin Gagne, looking to control the play, and he's just going to fire it down the length of the ice as it goes to the right of the goalie. Minute 25 remains on this power play again for the Alvirne. Looking for a man wide, all alone, takes a quick shot. Nice save right there by Eric Voloshin. So minute 17 remaining on this power play. I think you're right, Steve. This is an important power play for Alvirne to really jump back into this game, as it is a 5-2 deficit for them. They've played well in their first 2 games of the season, but you know what? They're playing very, very well against the Bulldogs here, and they're looking for a tie or a win or anything they can do, but they're going to have to capitalize right now. In the corner, looking to go behind the net. Just tossed down for his troubles. Out to Nate John from Jacob Rio. Nate John 1-on-4. Stifled as he gets through the zone. I'm not sure any man could beat anybody 1-on-4, but he sure tried. I like the way that the Bulldogs set up their penalty kill with a man very, very high. The 2 defensemen really pushing and making sure that they keep the pucks in the zone, and they always challenge one guy deep.
This penalty kill originated way back in 2012 with Micah Hearn being that high guy. Bulldogs on the penalty kill were just as deadly as they were in the power play, with Micah Hearn almost being able to kill 2 minutes single-handedly in the corner of the other team's zone. And since then, Marty Myers has always tried to find a guy on his team every year to fill that high role, because it's really tough to defend against a power play where you have just one really talented player who's strong on the puck that you can't take it from. Not only does it ruin all your opportunity to get anything settled because you dump the puck and you got someone holding it, but it really works out well for the Bulldogs because they've had some opportunities with it.
So 5 seconds remaining on this penalty kill. Bedford Bulldogs 5-2, 6:24 remaining in the 3rd period. So, Steve, going back to the Bauer Classic Christmas tournament, really, really an exciting and a fun time. Last year, Bulldogs came up short in the championship game in a shootout. So, hoping to capitalize here, looking for a pass. Oh,
just
boy, just wide. Nice setup there by Alex Abad. Donato just fanned on that puck.
Yeah, the Bauer Classic is definitely a fun one. Won 3 state championships, but I've never won a Bauer Winter Classic. So anyone who gets the opportunity to win one of those, that's definitely a fun tournament. And it's bragging rights between all the divisions, because you got very good teams in all the divisions, where maybe you have some not so good teams in each division as well. And this Bauer Christmas tournament is where you tend to see the most concentrated talent in the state of New Hampshire, all getting to finally kind of play each other interdivision. So no, it's definitely a fun time, and bragging rights are really up for stake.
So tell me, thinking about this Christmas tournament as it comes up, you get a lot of alumni kicking around, a lot of people, a lot of fans in the stands, moms and dads and aunts and uncles and so on. What's your fondest memory of the tournament?
My fondest memory probably goes back to my freshman year. The first game I ever started for Bedford High School was against Memorial in the Christmas tournament, and it ended up being our first win that season, my freshman year, which ended up turning our season around, making it so that we were able to grab the 8th seed and make playoffs after having an 0-7 start or something crazy like that. And it was my first victory as a varsity player in a shootout, and I still have the puck from that game to this day, and that's definitely one of my fondest memories, not only in the Christmas tournament, but as a Bedford hockey player.
There you go. Well, quick shot right there by Alvirne off the crossbar into the screen, and we're going to have a face-off to the right of Voloshin. So just a reminder to everyone out there for the Bedford Bulldogs as they enter the Bauer Classic tournament. So tune your computers on to live stream and check it out live as Castle Hill Media Sports brings us this live streaming video for the game. So we're excited that Mike's doing this for us as parents of the Bulldog players. I'm looking forward to it. Well, 4 minutes remaining, 4.5 minutes remaining. Big hit in the corner right there by Matt Musgrave. Out to Jack McDonough. Out to Colin Voloshin, pardon me.
To the point that I was making before, I think that you'll see that with the last 5 minutes remaining, if the Bulldogs can keep their heads, they really can't be beaten under 5 minutes left in the game. They're just so well conditioned and so well coached that it just comes down to not even execution, but just making sure they're playing smart.
Boy, the Bulldogs are not getting the benefit of any calls right now. They've had a number of infractions out in front. Poor Jack McDonough was just getting mauled and no call. I'm not sure what that these poor referees have against our guys, but it's a shame. Bouncy puck right there, almost squeaks through.
Great play there.
Jay Roberto controlling the puck, getting it over to Asa Parker. Asa Parker 1-on-5.
Wow! Absolute beauty by Asa Parker. Had 3 guys on him and was able to stick handle between the 3 of them and put up a shot that I didn't even expect him to take from here. Goalie had no chance.
Well, Jay Roberto with the puck, controls it in the neutral zone, passes it over to Asa Parker as he gains the blue line, and all 4 players besides Asa leaves the ice. He's out there by himself and just rips a quick wrist shot over the glove side, the goalie. 6-2 Bulldogs.
I definitely got that play definitely started with Jay Roberto. As I mentioned just previous to Asa's shot, it was a great play by Jay to keep it in the zone, and then Asa was able to finish with it like he does always.
Well, this line from the Bulldogs really, really coming together as of late. They've had a couple of good games in a row, and this line is really starting to show the talent. Griffin Gagne behind the net, looking for someone to make a pass to up high. Brett Silva rims it around, looking to keep it up. Valancourt off to Gagne. Gagne behind the net. Nate John back up to Brett Silva with a quick shot. Nice glove save there by the goaltender with 2:50 remaining. Bulldogs up 6-2. 4-goal deficit here for Alvirne. Not much they're going to be able to do here in the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Looking to close it out, enter into the Christmas tournament, on a high note, and see what they can do in the Christmas tournament.
A great start for Eric Voloshin today. He showed a lot of potential, and he looked great in net, made some really key saves, keeping the Bulldogs in it in the second period when they were not looking so hot. So a lot of takeaways from today's game, good and bad, and Eric Voloshin is definitely one of the good ones.
Well, we saw the first period, the Bulldogs really jumped out on this Alvirne-Pelham team, go up 3-0. Then they took most of the second period off, unfortunately, and lost that period 2-1. Heading into the third period, they were still on the positive note, up 4-2. But I think the takeaway message there is that they could have played a lot better in the second period. Third period, though, mostly Bulldogs, still taking some penalties, so they could work a little bit harder on staying out of the penalty box. But boy, Asa Parker really showed up in the third period with 2 goals. Both were snipes. Beautiful, beautiful plays. Alex Abad keeping that puck up into the zone.
Great play keeping it in the zone there by number 20 on defense.
Alex Abad really having a nice game right now. He's got really soft hands. I've been watching him for the past couple of years, and he's got just really nice hands out on the ice. Alvirne getting the puck in deep, looking to regroup here. Here come the Bulldogs one more time. Challenging the puck. Cam Blaisdell picking up the loose puck. Donato Tempesta getting it in deep. Not deep enough. Keeping it in the zone. Picking it up. Trying to make a play. Trying to make a shift. Couldn't do it. 1:28 remaining. Here comes Alvirne again, trying to get it in deep, trying to make a play. Nothing doing it. Defense just really strong right now. Puck goes in deep. Change the lines. Regroup for Alvirne. Fresh legs for the Bulldogs. Back in the zone. Nice play by Colin Voloshin. Challenging the play. Jack McDonough. Looking for Asa Parker for the hat trick out front. Just couldn't get control of the puck behind the net. Well, looks like we're going to see another victory here for the Bulldogs. Up 6-2. Not much the Alvirne team has been able to do in this third period. They've really shut them down in the third period. .30 seconds remaining on the clock. Hopefully Voloshin doesn't get tested here. And
oh, man.
Took out his own player.
Almost spoke too soon.
Here comes Asa Parker looking again for the hat trick. Still has that puck on his stick. Quick shot.
Oh, my word.
Hat trick.
Asa Parker gets knocked down and from his knees is able to retain possession and still gets around two Alvirne players and absolutely beats the goaltender with a beautiful shot. I don't think I've seen a prettier hat trick.
Well, I think we've all seen Asa Parker, play for the Bulldogs for the past couple seasons. But this game right here, he's had some good games up to this point. But this is really a breakout game for Asa Parker with a hat trick here. So 13 and a half seconds remaining. Asa Parker finishes up the game with his hat trick. 7-2 Bulldogs. Entering into the Christmas tournament on a very high note. They play Central first on Saturday, and should be a good game. Puck goes sailing over Eric Voloshin's net. Well, I'll tell you what, big win right there for the Bulldogs. Really a nice ending to a decent game. I wouldn't call this one of their better games, but they really finished up in the third period strong.
Absolutely.
A big shout out to in-net number 1, Eric Voloshin. As a freshman, you know how it feels to have a win like that. He's going to take this home and really celebrate Christmas the way he should tomorrow. So tell us what are your feelings about Eric playing his freshman first win.
I was really happy with Eric's play today. He came out strong. You could tell from warm-ups he was absolutely ready for this game, and mentally he was there the whole time. The goals that he gave up, not his fault. Tough plays, both of them on the penalty kill for Bedford. So a lot of great takeaways for Eric here, and I'm sure Coach Ray Bernard, the goalie coach for Bedford, is going to be really happy with him. And Bedford, for the most part, has really just got to watch their penalties. It's more about keeping their head and just recognizing that, yes, they have a young team, but there's a lot that you can do with that and making sure that you keep the discipline. That's one of Marty Myers' favorite words is discipline, and they did not execute it today.
Well, we saw another young player, Jacob Rio, have a couple goals early in the first period. Asa Parker finishing up the third with a nice hat trick. A really, globally for the whole team, a really nice game, well-rounded game. They took bits and pieces of that second period off. They'll probably go back into the room and correct that as they move forward. Christmas tournament, don't forget, livestream.com. Get on there, check it out, see what we have in the search window. Look up Bedford versus Goffstown, Bedford versus Central. You'll find the streaming video of that game. You can watch your Bedford Bulldogs live if you can't make it to the JFK. Anything else, any parting thoughts?
No, just I look to see Bedford improve in the Christmas tournament, really get to their own here.
Well, on that note, nice victory for the Bedford Bulldogs, 7-2 over Alvirne. We'll see you next time.